Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Low Budget Review Show. I am your host, Eric Smith, and today I am talking about Waif by Samantha Kolesnik. I apologize. I assume I'm saying her last name incorrectly. But that's who the author is. This is from Grindhouse. You can see that right there. You can also see it right there. And this is Samantha's new book. And in this book, I love that cover, by the way, we meet Angela. And Angela has the perfect life, married into a rich family, beautiful house, all that stuff. But, immediately when we meet her, we find out that she is abused by her husband. She's very unhappy. But she also doesn't want to give up the things that she has in her life, which is why she stays with him. And so one day, right at the beginning, she's at the grocery store and she sees this guy that essentially is, or literally, looks exactly like her perfect fantasy man. And she becomes obsessed with him. And this leads to everything else that happens in the book. So, that's your nutshell. As usual, with something this thin, this is a tiny little book. It is barely over 100 pages. Let's see. It is 100 pages. So it's difficult to talk about details and things without giving anything away. And I absolutely don't want to give anything away. I'm going to just spoil it right now. I gave this 5 out of 5 on Goodreads. I absolutely loved this book. It is told from Angela's perspective. Everything, she is in every scene. Pretty sure. I'm 99.99% sure. Everything is her. And as I said, we meet her. When we first meet her, she's crying in the parking lot of this grocery store. Because of problems with her husband. And she gets herself to... We learn about her as she's crying. We're learning her history with her husband and how she thinks and how she feels about things. She gets herself together. She goes into the grocery store, and that's where she eventually sees this man. And... He walks up and he asks if she knows where the marshmallows are. And as soon as she sees him, she's just stunned because this is the guy that she always pictures in her sexual fantasies. Not literally the guy, because she's never seen this man before, but he looks exactly like the man she pictures in her sexual fantasies. So, as I said, she becomes obsessed, and then I'm just repeating what I already said because I don't want to get into details. So this is incredibly well written, and Angela is a complex character. I think the default when you're reading about a character that's in an abusive relationship is to simply say, well, just leave. Get out of that relationship. And not necessarily accept any excuse that person gives. I'm not saying that's how I feel. I'm not saying that's how you feel. My perception of people in general, not everybody, is that's sort of the reaction that people have. I could easily name a number of people at work that would say that exact thing. Just leave. It's that simple. But of course it isn't that simple, and it's not that simple for Angela, not she, because this isn't in first person, but we learn her reasons why she stays, and they are complex and they are compelling. And Samantha Kolesnik, my apologies, her writing is good enough that that we can understand Angela's point of view. So, without giving details, because of this encounter in the grocery store, Angela's life becomes more and more bizarre, eventually going off the rails. Oof. I mean, I could tell you what's on the back cover copy, but excuse me, I don't even want to spoil it that much. I'd say just buy this book. It's absolutely fantastic. Do not read the back cover copy. Do not read the description. I was going to compare this to a movie that I like, but I think that's going to give things away that I don't want to give away. What can I tell you? After certain things happen, Angela's husband wants to fix their relationship in a very bizarre and disturbing way. And it's pretty clear that he doesn't want to fix it because he actually cares about the relationship. For him, it's a power trip. For him, it's all about appearances. And so he comes up with this crazy idea. And that's essentially the second catalyst to the events that follow. Oof. Oh, man. See, there are things I want to say, but I don't want to. I do, but I don't. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't want to spoil it. I think you should just go in blind, read it. I will warn you that it's very bizarre. There are some very disturbing things that happen, but it's so worth it. It's so good. I'll be doing a top 10 of the year list a little later. Sometime in December, I'll have it, but I can easily see this making the top 10 for 2021. Yeah, I feel like I'm rambling because I'm trying to say things without saying anything, which is tough. So just Waif, Samantha Kolesnik, fantastic. I give 5 out of 5, highly recommended. And I do want to say that I did read her first book, True Crime, back when I was not reviewing. So there is no review for this. But this is also a fantastic book. I like Waif better. This is great. A lot of people comparing it to Jack Ketchum. Excuse me. And I can see that, and it's fantastic. I happen to like this one better. I don't remember what I gave this on Goodreads. 4 or 5, definitely. But this one, absolutely 5 out of 5. Pick it up. Read it. Love it. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I don't want to say anything else. Man, I would have a poster of this. I think that's a fantastic cover. I would definitely frame that up and hang it on the wall. Anyway, trying to think of a question, but you know what? I'm not going to ask a question in this video. The only ones that I can think of, again, would kind of spoil what happens in the book. So, let's go questionless. I can do that. It's my channel. All right, so that's it. If you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put them in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post a spoiler warning. We try to be polite here on the Low Budget Review Show. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd care to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is @Ronin5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comic books, board games, and fuzzy animals, is Eric Smith 5757. That's Eric with a K, ERIKSMITH 5757. That's it. This has been the Low Budget Review Show. I have been Eric Smith, and until next time, read more books.